Episode 1: The Arrival of the Missionary. In the heart of a secluded Igbo village named Umuse, life had remained unchanged for generations. The village was surrounded by dense forest, with tall trees that seemed to touch the sky, and a river that flowed gently through its center. The people of Umuse lived in harmony with nature, following traditions passed down from their ancestors. The most important of these traditions was the rule that no girl of Umuse was allowed to marry an outsider. This was especially true for the daughter of the chief, the custodian of their customs. The chief of Umuse, Izobina, was a man of great wisdom and authority. His only daughter, Edeora, was the pride of the village. Edeora was known not only for her beauty but also for her intelligence and grace. She was often seen dressed as a true African princess, wearing a flowing gown that was a blend of white, blue, and red colors that symbolized purity, loyalty, and strength. Her neck was adorned with coral beads, and her hair was braided into intricate patterns, a testament to her royal lineage. One day, news spread through Umuse that a white missionary was coming to the village. His name was Father Divine, a man of strong faith and gentle demeanor, sent to spread the teachings of Christianity. The villagers were wary, for they had heard stories of how the arrival of missionaries had changed other villages. But Izobina, though cautious, welcomed Father Divine with the respect due to any guest. Father Divine arrived with a small entourage, carrying with him a Bible and a message of love and peace. He was tall and fair-skinned, with eyes that shone with sincerity. His presence in the village caused a stir, especially among the younger generation, who were curious about the stories he told of a God who loved all people equally. Edeora, like many others, was intrigued by the new ideas, but more than that, she found herself drawn to the man who spoke them. Episode 2: The Blossoming of Forbidden Love. Father Divine quickly established himself in Umuse, setting up a small chapel near the village square. He began holding gatherings, where he taught about Christianity, read from the Bible, and sang hymns that echoed through the village. Edeora would often attend these gatherings, not out of a desire to convert, but out of a growing fascination with the man who led them. His words were different from the strict traditions she had grown up with, and his kindness made her feel understood in a way she had never felt before. As the days turned into weeks, Edeora and Father Divine began to spend more time together. They would often meet by the river, where they would talk for hours about their lives, their dreams, and their hopes for the future. Father Divine, too, found himself captivated by Edeora. She was unlike anyone he had ever met, intelligent, compassionate, and brave. Despite the vast differences in their backgrounds, they found a deep connection that neither could deny. However, their growing bond did not go unnoticed. The villagers began to whisper about the time the chief's daughter was spending with the missionary. It was one thing to listen to his teachings, but quite another to develop a close relationship with him. The elders of the village, who upheld the traditions of Umuse, grew increasingly concerned. They feared that Edeora's growing affection for Father Divine would lead to a challenge of their most sacred rule, that no daughter of Umuse, especially the chief's daughter, could marry an outsider. Episode 3: Confrontation and Heartache. The rumors eventually reached the ears of Izobina. At first, he dismissed them, trusting in his daughter's loyalty to her people. But as the whispers grew louder, he realized that something had to be done. One evening, he called Edeora to his chamber. He spoke to her sternly, reminding her of the importance of their traditions and the role she was destined to play as the future leader of their people. Edeora listened in silence, her heart heavy with the weight of her father's words. But Edeora's feelings for Father Divine had grown too strong to be denied. She tried to explain to her father that what she felt was real and that Father Divine was a good man who respected their culture. Izobina, however, would not hear of it. He forbade Edeora from seeing the missionary, warning her of the consequences of defying the customs of Umuse. Torn between her love for Father Divine and her duty to her people, Edeora was thrown into a turmoil of emotions. She continued to meet Father Divine in secret, knowing that each meeting was a risk but unable to stay away. The tension in the village grew, as more and more people began to question Edeora's loyalty and what her actions might mean for the future of Emuse. One fateful evening, as Edeora and Father Divine met by the river, they were discovered by one of the village elders. The elder's eyes blazed with anger as he stormed towards them, accusing Edeora of betraying her people. Father Divine tried to defend her, but the elder was unmoved. He declared that Edeora had brought shame upon her family and that her actions would not go unpunished.